Yes! Oh, I love it when we start with an applause. Thank you. Well, I hope you're ready for it, because we have a parade and a lineup of, I can say, star-studded quality here this year to celebrate the opening of the new academic year with you. First, I want to ask the stage chairman of the executive board at Bringsma. So Ed, you have been with us for 2 years now, right?
Right.
You started in a very special time.
Yeah.
So is this the first time you actually get to see this audience or this room so full?
Yeah, it's really unfortunate to have to admit that, but this is the first opening of the academic year that we really have a full audience, and I'm so glad that this is the case. It feels like the way it should be.
Yeah, I can imagine. So, Ed, I get to ask you, why did the university choose to put more of a focus on AI?
Well, I think most of us associate artificial intelligence with science and technology, where I think basically things began. But what is very, very important to realize about this day and age is that the effect and the most important implications and use of technology will be with people, societies, cultures. We're really on that cusp where AI is changing from a technology to something that will deeply influence us as humans and as society. And as people know, this is a very important topic of Erasmus University. So I think in the technological side, although we have a very good data analytics center, for example, but on the technological side, this is something that we do together with our friends at Delft. But if we look at the impact on ordinary people, society, behavior, all that, that's our business. So the future of our AI is our business.
I love what you're saying, and you talk about ordinary people, and I would really like to know, how does the AI or artificial intelligence impact your life, and why is it of a special focus to you?
For me especially, well, my connection is more, of course I'm in the business of running universities, but I had a scientific past, and I'm a computer scientist. So in some sense, I'm familiar with this. My own, at the beginning of my scientific career, I made a modest contribution to that which we now call the internet, and which is really at the basis of all these things. If we weren't connected to the internet, we wouldn't be seeing the effects of AI quite the way we have now. So I would say my relation to AI is something, it's a new technological wave that will change society. And having been part of previous waves, this is how I mostly relate to it. And on the other hand, of course, I have a car that is talking to me and sometimes telling me to drive somewhere where I don't want to go. I also have that experience.
The annoyance of
well, it's definitely not beyond me.
All right, no. Perfect. So your answers are in. Let us take a look at the first answers of the first Mentimeter question. So I don't have my glasses on. This is like a painful realization. I need to look at my little screen. We have 15% that say, I'm very frightened that the AI will take over the world. Yeah, doom thinking people, but that's okay, you're welcome here. 27% says it's amazing. Okay, we're very positive here in the room. And 21%, so closely following it up, it puzzles me. And 37% is really looking forward to it. It activates me to help shape my future. Where would you be in these four?
Well, it's a very interesting one, because the questions have been posed and there is no all of the above box, right? I must admit that, of course, I am also most drawn to the 37%. I would say that this is not necessarily just positive. It means that you want to shape the future, which probably means you want to see the positive influences and reduce the negative influences. And I think this is the attitude. We cannot fight it. There's no really realistic way of stopping such developments. So you better be engaged and confront it. But I can understand each of the other categories as well.
It's like the full scope of human psychology. Thank you so much, Ed. Well,
okay.